Never before in all our history have these forces been so united against one candidate as they stand today. They are unanimous in their hate for me, and I welcome their hatred.
The needs of working families in the middle class, not just the billionaire class. We know what's going on. We are paying attention.
Well, good morning, everybody. For you in the United States, we've co-opted the Progressive Oregon. I got to look up here. I got to get used to this setup. Hi, this is the Progressive Oregon time. It's Sunday for you in the States, 10 a.m. It's 7 p.m. here in Germany, and I decided we'd do another show. Told you we're going to do that when we did our show on Friday with Katie and Claude here. And Dennis decided to stay. So I'm in a clubhouse. I'm wearing a football shirt. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's Marcus from earlier. Anyway, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of things going on, and here, I'm looking at the wrong camera again.
Yeah.
This is so effed. This is so difficult to do from here. It's really funny. Here, let me bring the volume down a little bit. Lots of stuff to talk about. I will remember which camera to look at, I hope. But we've actually set up a monitor over here so we can see it, so these guys can see it. Here, let me bring in the main shot here. Hang on. Crop it out. We're having fun with green screen. All right, so here's the three of us, Marcus, Dennis.
Ta-da!
Hi, everybody. This camera over here.
Hi, guys.
We've got chat over here so we can see you in chat. We can answer your questions, talk to you. And I've got some of the pictures that we've taken over the last couple days to show you, plus a lot of video from the football match that I was at. This is a very special shirt for the Team Fortuna. It's a 1996 jersey. It smells like it. And it's got a lot of bratwurst and mustard baked into this, a lot of sweat and care and love. They are super passionate about the football here. As a matter of fact, we visited Marcus's uncle and aunt, Hildegard and Otto. And Otto, not only a fantastic chef, but quite the riotous football fan. And let me show you here. I've loaded a bunch of different backgrounds. This is his clubhouse. This is a clubhouse in honor of the football team Fortuna, which is the home team for Dusseldorf. And you can see he's got the scarf back there. Marcus and Dennis were very kind. They purchased for me Fortuna hat and scarf. I had the jersey. I blended totally in. I look like Leonard Nimoy trying not to look like Spock at a football game, except I still look like Spock at a football game. But it was wonderful. It was an amazing experience. Totally different from American football, not just the way it's played. Obviously, it's fucking soccer. But the crowd was different, and the passion was just amazing. I'm gonna show you some video, but first I want to say hi to everybody. Who do we have here?
We have Claude and Katie in chat. So hi guys.
How are you?
Again.
Hey, Katie, Claude.
And also Barbara, and I'm around, and the usual folks. So.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
So nice to have you with us. I'm so dying to get home and start cracking on Burning 2020.
Oh yeah.
And we've been trying to pay attention to what's going on with the, Dianne Feinstein and the stuff there and everything. We've got some slides to go over for that, right, Marcus?
The problem is our schedule is so completely fully packed, and the time is flying, unfortunately, and we are doing so much, and the past week was incredible,
Oh yeah.
We have to remember what we all did, we got to sit down and write it all down, what our impressions were. We will do all this and go all detailed through this in one of our next shows when John is back in the US, unfortunately for me. we are enjoying our time, and we are living kind of on an island like this, you know. Of course, we know that Bernie announced and all this stuff, what's going on around, but no details because, well, the time, you know, the time is missing, guys.
Yeah. It's been nice to kind of remember what life is like, and that you should actually spend some time living it. Not everybody has a grandmother that was kind enough to give them money when they died so they could afford to take posh vacations and visit posh Dusseldorf, which is very posh, and I'm going to show you this. Marcus hates saying that. Dusseldorf is a lovely town, and it is definitely like one of the top, if not, was it ranked the top city or something like that to hang out in?
It was regularly ranked in the
top
list
10
of the most livable cities in worldwide. I think in the past ranking it was 5 or 6, something like this.
Yeah, and you can tell. It's nice here. I mean, it's cold. Actually, not with climate change. It's really nice. So,
yes.
I got to say. And even Hildegard said today that the temperature was way too warm, right?
It's incredible. Today we had spring temperatures, you know, and it is sunny and it is absolutely, It doesn't belong to February. It is no temperature for February, and I expect the worst for the coming summer again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the Rhine was really low, right, this summer.
The Rhine, minimum half of it disappeared, and we will see where it leads.
And also, Johan told me that because we don't have that much of rain that we have normally would have, the crops are not growing. So we will face a big problem with the food production here. Also.
Everything has consequences, of course.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, all right. So we will talk more about climate stuff when I get back. Lots to talk about that. But yeah, that's true. It's nice. So wasn't expecting it to be this warm. It is. Okay, it's a small benefit of climate crisis, and we'll just take it for what it is. Hi everybody. Hi Bernice Panders. Been a very long time. Nice to see you. The Pep Boys. They're saying we look like the Pep Boys.
Yeah, I'm reading another one coming from Schulze 100. Groucho, Harpo, and Chico. Come on.
I'll take that over.
I mean,
the Pep
I like
Boys.
it. I take it as a compliment.
Yeah, over the Pep Boys any day. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what you guys are talking about, but okay.
We are talking about Marxism, if you want so.
There you go. Yeah,
there
right.
it is.
Okay.
20 of you joining us right now. Thank you all for being here. Okay, let's talk about some stuff. I have slides. I really do. So, turns out Bernie's running, right? We know this. What?
Oh, that camera, my friend.
What?
That camera, my friend.
Oh, right.
That's sorry, but I.
That didn't help, but that was cool.
Yeah,
Thank you for just telling me. Thought there was something on my
Finally,
screen.
John got it okay.
Okay, sorry.
All right, that's all right. I told you this is tough. I'm not used to this. I have a red dot here. Bernie 2020 rally on March 2nd. Apparently, I'm going to try to live stream it from Germany. Why not? It's 11:30 Eastern, which makes that 5:30 here. So maybe we'll pick it up. Maybe we'll be able to stream it and hang out with you folks. It's not the official launch of his campaign. It's just the first of his rallies, and he's going to tour around to a bunch of places, including Iowa, and do that whole thing. And then he's going to officially launch his campaign after that. So yeah, we'll cover that. No, I can't cover the one after this rally on the same day because that would mean like 3 o'clock in the morning to us, and no way. But maybe you can join us for that. I can. That'd be fun. Also, Larry's been doing some work. Progressive Oregon. Cracking the Democratic National Committee. And Larry's got some stuff he wants to talk about. This is on March 10th, which I actually put before the DPO candidate forum, which makes no sense. Join us for this. This will be a regular Progressive Oregon at 10 a.m. And Larry's going to talk about what's going on with the Democratic National Committee and how we can crack this. It's really for delegates, Bernie Sanders delegates from Oregon, and what we need to do in that regard. And then March 8th, Larry has set up a DPO candidate forum. These are for all the people that are running for offices with the DPO, the chair, the vice chair, the chair of the various committees and whatnot, the treasurer, all of those roles of power that we need progressives in. So Larry's we're doing a live stream. I get back on the 4th. I have to have this live stream ready by the 8th, and then we have the show on the 10th. So we're really kicking some ass and cracking in there. After that, After that, we'll start doing some other Bernie rallies and stuff, right? So I just wanted to talk about that before we started talking about football and the experience of football. That's Markus and his friend Dirk, and they have been friends forever, right, Markus?
Minimum forever.
Minimum forever. Okay. And so we were at the football game. I'm going to show you some. First, I'm just going to run this video of us going to the game. The stadium, not like what I have seen in a U.S. stadium, just in terms of, it's just different. It's a different feel. I don't know how to describe it because I've never really been to a European football game, and it was just really nice experience. I was apprehensive about being swarmed by thousands of drunken people out of control and freaking out, and that's not what it was at all.
No.
So give me a second here. I'm going to load this video and we'll get into it. So this is just driving on the Autobahn, right?
I'm driving.
Dennis is driving, which is usually safer. But here we go.
Thank you.
Safer.
Hi everybody, we're on our way to a football game. I am wearing an official Fortuna jersey from like 1996. It's pretty special. Dennis also has a Fortuna jersey on. This is so that we are slightly more protected at this match, because from what I understand, in American football, the players are at risk, but in European football, the fans are at risk. Those are tickets right there. 3 tickets to Fortuna, who is actually kicking some serious ass right now, right, Markus?
Oh yeah, it may be a deciding match what the league concerns, and if we win this, then Fortuna has a good chance for another year in the Premier League in Germany.
There you go. They're playing the team Nuremberg, who has not been doing well, correct?
Right.
And
They're ranked last. Yeah.
so this should be fun. We go there. It's quite an interesting thing. If you go online and Google some videos of Fortuna, they make fan videos. It's pretty insane. I'm really excited to just experience the fervor of the crowd, and I will of course report from there when I can. Bratwurst in hand, and apparently bratwurst and sauerkraut do not go together in a stadium. We'll have to talk more about that later. Very interesting custom here. Out. I gotta turn the mic back on. So, a couple things. The bratwurst thing, not like we do our hot dogs in the United States, where you get like a salad bar and you can put all the shit on the hot dogs and it's usually a mess. I like this better. It's basically bread, which is the same Brötchen.
Brötchen?
It's Brötchen.
Sehr gut. He's learning.
Fucking
Nice.
Brötchen. And then a choice of a really long sausage that doesn't fit in the Brötchen, or an incredibly really long sausage that doesn't fit in the Brötchen. You're like, what the fuck? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Grilled sausage.
What was the second one called?
A grilled sausage.
It's a grilled sausage. What was the second sausage called?
The sausage was a bratwurst, and he got a Krakauer.
Krakauer.
Which has a Polish recipe, and and I think it made sense, because of his roots, and so we got this one.
So they sell this at a stand right out front. It's not packed by millions of people. I mean, literally, you just walked up and we got one. It was bizarre. Most of the food and stuff was inside the stadium, and that's where the crazy lines were. We just walked up to this little stand and got this. And then one giant jug of ketchup, one giant jug of mustard with basically fake udders. And that was the fun part. Squeeze the mustard out in an udder fashion. Useful, just not the most cool looking thing in the world.
No.
But, so mustard, brought. But see, this is great because you can carry it up the 9 million stairs you got to go up to get to where you're sitting, okay, and everywhere. And nothing's falling off, and there's not like lettuce and shit all over the ground, which is what you see in a stadium in the United States, right? So, practical.
Yeah.
And there are rumors that some Fortuna fans have their season tickets only because they could enter the zone, and they get their bratwurst and have the experience to get their mustard or their ketchup on it,
There you go. So, very important. Anyway, excellent bratwurst. Get in, sit down. what I said about the fans and the way they are being protected versus the players is very true. The home team parks in one place, the away team parks in another place. There is security to keep these people separate. The fans go to one place of the away team and the fans go to another place of the home team. And each team has a section for their rowdiest bunch where they've got these flags. I'm going to show you another video of this. You watch this next video and you'll see a section below us with flags and a bunch of people clapping in unison and stuff. In American football, the cheerleaders are cheerleaders, right? And everybody else looks at them and they are women who do their thing. And I'm not putting cheerleading down at all, but it is what it is. And it's a sideshow, right? In European football, a section of the crowd and then the whole crowd are basically the cheerleaders. But the actual leaders of the cheering are a dude with a microphone and another dude banging the shit out of a drum. And between those two people, they coordinate the chants that the audience shouts. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's way better than our cheerleaders. Yeah.
For us here in Europe, because it's normal. These are so-called capos, and they are leading the chants, and and the good ones have a certain feeling for the situation. When what chant is needed, to push the team and so on. And in the past times, we had always very good capos, in my opinion. And and the section below, what you're going to see is the ultra zone, where the hardcore fans of Fortuna meet, and they're pushing the team. And yesterday it was okay. I think the game was not that good, because of how it went, how it started with the red card against Nuremberg team. Yes, it got a defensive game led by Nuremberg, and it was difficult to show a real good game. But the result was satisfying, and everything is okay for us here in Düsseldorf.
It was interesting because what happened, when he's talking about, is a member of Nuremberg got a red card, which meant they only played with 10 players, and then they had to play a very defensive game. On the other hand, they scored first, and that gave it a little bit of tension, right? But man, do goals happen fast. I mean, I was looking up. Luckily, Markus missed the first goal. Yeah. Markus was looking up. I was looking down at my phone. I missed the second goal. Right. But the crowd here. I'm just going to play. This is. I got 3 videos of this just to kind of capture. But the best one is got Deniz in it. So here's.
Sure.
Here's the first one. There you go. I'm not even sure what happened there. That might have been a goal. I have no idea.
No. In this clip, nothing really dramatically happened. It was also not showing the ultra zone. It was when we were really on top of the stadium upstairs, and I think we got another clip of it, right?
I have several clips. I got another clip. This one should be a little closer. But you can hear the crowd, the passion. Everybody's chanting. How many people do you think were in there? I mean, it wasn't a full stadium, but...
No, 10 minutes before the game ended, they announced how many people were there.
Okay.
53,476-ish people, so a lot of people. And
Yeah.
it was not sold out.
Yeah, it was sold out.
So, yeah.
All right, here's the second football video. So that's that one. This is the best one. I'm just gonna click right into this because this is my fave. So this is after they won.
After they won, yeah.
So Fortuna wins, and I didn't. You posted. Markus posted a video of what happens really at the very end. And it's very cool. It's on Facebook, and I don't have that loaded. We'll have to. You guys have to look at that.
You are nearly right. I filmed it, but I didn't post it yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll do this,
Okay, great.
But what we're going to see is, I don't know, maybe some of you guys will remember The Simpsons, the episode about dancing humor. Something similar is supposed to happen, right?
With the end, right? Yeah.
No. With what we're going to see right now.
Oh, okay.
And guys, have in mind, the singing, the rhythm, all about, it's kind of a music, so I'm naturally reacting to music, so here we go.
Dan is dancing all the time.
This is after they've won. They're celebrating and they're waving their scarves in the air and they're chanting. And the cover card actually has what is it? The Ole.
Ole. Yes, the one chant is 95 Ole, which is translated 95 Ole, which is one of our old fan chants.
Yeah. So, but understand it's 95 because their club, this football team, started in 1895. Yeah. That's pretty damn old. But it's not the oldest.
No,
right?
It's not the oldest. To my knowledge, they started as a swimming club in Ulm, is the SSV Ulm, and they were founded in 1946.
1846. Yeah, that's what we call it. All right, but before we show this last one, what are we going to address in comments? So you guys will.
Schultz has a nice comment. He likes it when someone strikes across the field naked and the referee has to call a timeout of the game. So the naked running and so you guys obviously. I really enjoy this, and I enjoy it more when the game is crap. So yeah, it's a nice add-on the whole thing. Yeah.
There you go. And Julie, I love you too.
Love is in the air.
I can't look at the comments. It's very weird, but I'm so glad we have them over here, and I'm so glad everybody's here. All right, this is the best one, best video. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Here we go.
Do you see all the yellow vests down there? Getting ready to riot? See them all down there? So it was pretty fun, and it was a little cold getting into the stadium, but once in there it was warm. Kind of had an open roof, but not all open, right? Just a piece in the middle. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I actually have a clip of walking to the stadium. I'm just going to show it anyway. Just fuck it. Here. I want to show it. It was just such a nice night. I was kind of freaking out. Okay, you guys know me. I don't like being out in public. I don't like being out in crowds. I haven't been to a sports game in I don't know how long. And this was actually a really nice experience, and everybody was polite. It didn't matter if I was standing right in the middle of somebody's way because Marcus wanted to go talk to his friend from a long time, and I was like, but it didn't matter, right? People were just like, everybody was relaxed.
Yeah.
It was just really nice. It wasn't the drunken spree of angry people that I expected from a football game. You know.
The thing is, you came to Düsseldorf at a very good time for Fortuna. You know.
Right. That's true.
As every Fortuna fan knows, we know much harder times than we experience today, and of course. We are relaxed. We are more relaxed in our emotions because, in the end, in this season, everyone in the stadium who was on the side of Fortuna knew that Nuremberg couldn't leave the ground as winners. We all knew that Fortuna would win it somehow. They did it so often this season, and nobody had a real doubt, I guess. Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
But remember, Nuremberg scored first. I do want to say this. Marcus is right about the good times. On the wall behind me, or behind us in this frame, in this clubhouse that Otto has, just for the team. There are some pictures of Otto, the troublemaker, really just the big fan, and pictures of riots. Like they're not kidding. The reason they separate the fans is because they do get pissed and they do get angry about their sports, right? And it can be dangerous, right?
Yes, it can be dangerous. Yeah. Not dangerous, not in comparison that someone is killed in those things, but riots, fights,
fist fights, and
all this. What if you don't want to get involved with, try to avoid.
So the section you saw earlier in the videos with the flags and so on, these are the hardcore fans. So if someone from the opposing team, from their hardcore fans, would come near even 30 meters and they would spot him, beer would be thrown at him and everything. So it's really...
Right.
Yeah.
Now what I want to say about that is, despite, the way that sounds, I would love to see our nations work shit out over a game of football and some beer tossed at each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's really like the way, what I'm trying to say there is this sport, this competition, even when it gets aggressive between the fans, is a way for communities to relieve stress, and it's been working for Europeans for a long ass time. I think we sort of do the same thing with sports in America, but I don't know. I don't think American football is similar. To me, it's just too aggressive, too much violence. But that's just me personally, okay? The same camaraderie may exist in the other field there, but yeah. Baseball, maybe, but I find baseball remarkably boring. That's just...
Me too.
Just me.
I have no experience with
Who donated? Thank you.
Oh, Davey, thanks for the donation.
Oh, Davey, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Cool.
that. All right, here's the other video. I just want to run this real quick. I swear, it's nice.
Yeah, it
You
is.
see the entrance as we walk up to the...
Stadium.
We're walking up to the stadium here to watch the football game, and I can already hear the crowd chanting inside. This is going to be pretty cool. There, that's all.
Yeah.
Just wanted to show you that. And all right, so now we're going to move on to. I got some stuff to talk about, some slides. How are you all doing this morning in the United States? 9 hours behind us. We're in a future here. Really feels that way. Gonna show you some reasons why.
Guys, my most favorite sentence over the last couple of days. It's all an illusion. Okay, let's go.
All right, so I'm going to try to remember to look at this camera. What we're looking at here is Otto and Hildegard. They are Marcus's aunt and uncle, and this is their European, very old European style home, which was really freaking cool. And Otto is a chef for hobby, and he made a fantastic meal. It was just so good. I've had so much food here, but what I will say is that they eat a lot, it seems, which they're always walking and working off all the calories. It's more food than I'm used to eating, believe it or not, but I have not gained any weight because we're always walking up seriously crazy stairs or walking over here. Or walking over. So yeah, it's not been that bad. But they have a lovely home. I'm going to show you just some pieces of it because it was so nice. This is the backyard. I've got this in our set. We can show this with everybody. Their home has a very large, long backyard, which is really nice. And what did you call the garden style?
Sorry?
You said their gardening style incorporated what?
No, the tree was Japanese style.
The tree is Japanese. I'm familiar with the tree. It's like a Japanese maple that's in this yard. But the way this yard is done...
it's typical German.
Typical German. There you go. Here's another shot here. This is looking out from the back, basically the back porch of the house, and out into the yard. It's just very beautiful. And that's another shot of some nice plants. Where's the one? Oh, that's still the... Did I not put the other picture? Oh, here it is. So this is inside where we ate. I've got a big view of this. Give me a second here. There. Well, that's not done right here. Let's put that right there. Bing. Okay.
Oh.
So this is where we ate, and this used to be a not enclosed, and they enclosed it. It was part of the back terrace. But you see how the blinds, the window glass kind of curves up and goes all the way up, kind of over us. It's beautiful. It was just nice to eat there. And I was telling Marcus, everything kind of opens up out into their terrace. It was beautiful, and then I realized that if I had this in my own home, it would be filled with cannabis plants because it's a very nice indoor grow room. I just can't afford. I'm working on building one of those as it is.
Yeah, definitely.
This and the kitchen. I was jelly of his kitchen. I want to show you a picture of Otto's kitchen simply because it is not typical of a European kitchen. Okay, this is huge, ridiculously huge for a European kitchen. I can attest for that. Okay, it's a dream kitchen for me, really, with the island in the middle. It's really got a lot of stuff. There's too much stuff all over it, but I love this kitchen. It's beautiful, and it's not typical. Homes here are really designed more for efficiency, and it's a luxury to have big items and extra lots of space, right? It's very interesting.
Yeah, but as you said at the beginning, Arthur is he likes to cook, and,
yeah,
and this is exactly his hobby.
Yeah,
and this is why it makes absolutely sense to have a nice cooking place,
Right, exactly, and so it's just. Very nice. Just as I said, I'm jelly, and the food was absolutely delicious. I'm going to show you a picture of the food. Actually, I have a picture.
Oh, first food porn. Cool.
Here it is. I'll put it in the back here. Here we are. We're sitting with the food now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
This was. So this is what Otto made us for lunch. You got potatoes there, and then the middle thing is basically a cabbage roll without the cabbage or the rice. It's basically a beef roll, a remoulade.
There was in cucumber, mustard, several spices, rolled up, roasted, and finished in the oven.
Yeah.
Yummy as fuck.
I'm starting to get hungry again.
Really good. I couldn't even finish all of it because there was a dessert as well, and there was a soup before that, which was a sweet potato ginger soup, which was lovely. So yeah, fancy pants, posh meal.
John, I have a question from Charles.
Yeah.
John, what has been the best part of the trip so far?
Oh, good one.
Or do you want to answer at the end?
I don't know. The best part of the trip so far has been realizing that there's a world outside of my garage.
Oh,
in general. But I mean, the best thing I've experienced so far, just probably Friday, having everybody together like we had, and just in this room and being able to do a show like it was, and that was great for me. But I don't know, because I've had so many great experiences. Amsterdam was awesome, and the soccer match was awesome. It's been a Disneyland I'm 12 vacation so far, really, and that's because of Markus and Dennis. And Katie and Claude and Hildegard and Otto and everybody's generosity, and it's just it's been humbling, right? I called it the humility tour. It's been humbling. In general, it seems to me that when people are provided for, right, more, they have a better quality of life, and that quality of life can be seen in the way they treat others, right? Because when you're not struggling to survive, you're not as much of a dick. And that's basically what it comes down to. And you can tell that here. And you can tell that even more in Amsterdam.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
It's interesting, although nobody could afford to live there, but you can tell that more in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You know?
Amsterdam was fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah.
And it built up our stamina and fitness a little bit with all the stairs and so on. But
It did.
guys, look it up.
Look at us, we're in the backyard now.
Oh,
Nice. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and the sun today.
We too could have this, Americans, if we. Anyway, moving on. I wanted to talk about some other stuff. Where are the pictures?
And Claude said, "Thank you." And the same for meeting you.
Oh, awesome! Thanks, Claude.
Yeah.
What did I have in here? Is that it? Oh, here's the selfie that
We took today.
we took this today.
Yeah.
At least 330 times. I'm not sure how many I count. No,
Yeah.
this was.
Somehow it looks like a strange new TV show, right?
It does. AOC photobomb show.
Yep.
And I'm the POC for the picture, so we can, let's say, we discriminate against people of color. So yeah.
Nice.
Sorry.
You're our token POC. This is Marcus's beautiful tree in the backyard that's blooming early.
Yeah.
I thought I'd put that up.
This is terrible.
It is. One I have. Didn't we brushed on this? I have one serial subject, and that is
Oh yeah.
racism and espresso. Just Marcus is going to recount a story that's weird. Oh, I'm over here. Hi everybody. Who everybody that said your face looks fatter because it's really close to the camera, is this working for you? That's probably really shitty there. Anyway, we're going to talk about one serious subject because this was weird, and not speaking German, trying to like pick up a word every like 3 or 4. It's you know, you rely more on micro expressions, you kind of the tension of what's going on, the conversation. I joke around with Marcus about when I hear a friend of his on the phone, I say, you know, is there drama? It's only because I'm not familiar with the German language, and so everything sounds a little dramatic to me, right? And so this conversation that happened in public at an espresso card, and I could tell something was tense, and I heard a few words in there. I was like, oh, interesting. And I'm going to turn over to Marcus so he can tell you what was going on there. So what was happening, Marcus?
Yeah. Okay. I gotta say that under the impression of what we experienced in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, where we met so many friendly, relaxed, patient people, right? And yeah, it was very cool to be there. And yeah, the incident happened when we were shopping around, and we went to a market espresso bar outside, and there was a guy I know who from work, you know, and well, he addressed and asked me questions about a colleague of mine, you know, but he addressed him in a very, very unacceptable way, for my opinion, for my taste, and he asked, is the Negro still working in our company, in your company? This was his quote. And yeah, as I'm no friend of such approaches, I got pretty pissed by this, and I told him, and I asked him 3 times what he said, you know, if he wants to repeat this, and yeah, he constantly stick to this, to this Negro thing, and I said, okay, I don't discuss any longer, because I don't want this bullshit. I have a guest here, and then he tried to excuse himself, and I said, no, it isn't a racist term, and the clue was when he asked again if Dauda, what is the name of my colleague, is still working in the company. So he knew exactly his name, but he preferred to describe him as Negro, and this is pretty more unacceptable as his lame excuse before, and I got pretty pissed. And unfortunately, it was the last time on this day as I got pissed. We had a lot of fun further on, but it was a very big difference in this moment to what we learned the 3 days in Amsterdam, and coming back home to Düsseldorf, and get such a bullshit comment, and the next opportunity I see this guy, I will say this to him very clearly again, that this is not acceptable, and that he should not talk to me if he is thinking in this way. Then he's done for me, and that's it,
What? You want to say something?
No, I was not around, so I will not comment on this whole thing. But I would go off like him also. So don't give these idiots any chance. If you hear something, confront them, because those guys are used to be not to be confronted.
Right. And and it's everywhere, right?
Well,
I mean, this is in Germany, right? Yeah. And he's talking. We're looking at racism against an African American, and it's no different than the South, right? Many of us have relatives that are still prejudiced, and they say the same thing. It's accidental racism, right? Oh, I didn't mean it that way. Right?
Yeah.
And we know that's bullshit.
Yeah. It's lame bullshit, and this really gets me angry, and
Absolutely. So.
Let's come to a more positive thing. Oh no, I see.
Well, I don't know.
I see. No.
The next thing I had to talk about, you guys know more about it than this, and I'm wondering what you have to say in comments about the Di-Fi incident with the Sunrise Movement kids, and all that bullshit. And I just have to say thank you, California, for re-electing Di-Fi. It's none of us in this audience here, but if you're out there in California land and you want to keep your state, really, I don't know what else to say there. Comments, you guys?
No, the thing is, you guys have to understand, we are always on track. We're doing something and so on, so we don't really hear and focus like normally on social media and so on. So for us, we are way behind. But when we heard this, guys, I was unfortunate that I didn't have my mobile phone with me and took a little video of it. The reaction from these both guys, I said, oh God, oh God, oh God. Because what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about this. So, yeah.
That's a message to die. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's I gotta say this. Dennis turned me on to Altered Carbon.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I don't know how many of you are watching that show.
We were as soon as Markus left, we both sit our asses down, put on Netflix this show. We were like drug addicts, real hardcore drug addicts.
No, I mean, I just got through the whole end of the thing today. If you haven't watched it, you should.
Oh, really? It's a great show.
If you love sci-fi, it's phenomenal, and they're definitely spending a shit ton of money on making it look badass. Great acting, great story. No, I don't want to know if it's sponsored by people that use fossil fuels. I just want to be ignorant on that, okay?
Yeah.
It's a good story. What's interesting is it's really not that far off the mark. You basically got the 1%, and you have some seriously fucked up things that I think they're just projecting not that many years into the future if we manage to save our asses from climate change. So it's a Diane is what do they call them? The Met. The 1%ers in the.
Oh yeah, they're mad, and you have to watch. I don't want to spoil too much, but those 1%ers live forever. This is the whole plot. This is what I let you this little information. So please watch it. Real great show, and possible for future if we don't change anything.
Yeah, and really, here let's pick a different background because this is fun.
Yeah,
this is fun. No, that's the candy store. We can't have that one. That's for being at the football game. That's that one. How do we go up here? Here, let's go back to the clubhouse, everybody. All right, back to the clubhouse.
Yeah.
I don't know. it just seems like things are building to a point where it's pretty obvious where who are singling out and where they stand. But you see that Diane made a statement. Oh, of course, I believe in the green dream or whatever. We're more and more confronted with the fact that we have a group of people that definitely don't give a shit. I don't know how many of them are going to actually vote the way we need to when it comes down to it, but I don't think she's one of them, right? And so my question to everybody out there is, what do you think about that? And what do you think we're going to do about it? What happens in 2020? My dad just sent me an email, said he heard on NPR that these people were calling in and saying they don't want Bernie Sanders. And I said, well, $6 million says otherwise. And he says, well, the thing should be to get rid of Trump, and the women aren't going to let old man win again. That's the narrative he's getting out of centrists right now. Is that the women in the world, in the country right now, are not going to let old white man Bernie win the elections. So we got all sorts of things that we are confronting here with the 1% in terms of narrative, in terms of control and power.
Yeah.
And I'm really, I don't know, apprehensively excited to see what happens and where this goes, because I don't think we can predict it. You?
No.
I don't know. I'm trying to come at it from a positive attitude and have a lot of thinking about it just from that direction. You guys know how in the last several months I've been dealing with just feeling really down about everything. Oz, you too, we've talked about it. I'm starting to just look at it as I am in a virtual reality of like Altered Carbon, only not quite as cool because we don't have nearly the cool sci-fi shit. But, okay, so I get the Old West version, right? But then it's up to me to make it cool. And that came from Steve Wilson, who kind of said, look, so the world blows, you got a life, do something with it. Yeah. We all have to try to do what we can. None of us are in the same position as each other, and what we can do to make ourselves happy and maybe other people happy is up to us.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to go all philosophy, really. What, Dennis?
Yeah. That's normally my job, but okay.
True. Now, on the other hand, I've eaten so much good food here.
Oh yeah.
Food is going to connect us. I think we should use food and cannabis to connect everybody. Turkish food, holy shit. I posted a video about the Turkish stuff. We have some in this box right here. It's oh my god.
It's all cookies.
Yes.
And yeah.
Hold on, I go near. Why do you explain?
What? No, there's all these good cookies. Yummy stuff. This is fresh baked.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's great. These have like apricots and fruits in them, and it's just so yummy. Very tasty, like shortbread.
Coconut flakes and marmalades and jellies and everything.
Really good stuff. Oh, and for Laura Livengood and everybody who remembers the Eclipse, Stroop waffles. All right, this was actually a gift when we were in Amsterdam.
Yeah, this was a gift from our host from our B&B.
Yeah. Oh, and here's Marcus's Big Head Bernie with the. He finally got the winter cap on him.
Nice.
No?
Cool idea, guys. Thank you.
This is a beer that Dennis was going to drink during the show.
No, later.
Later. Okay. And as always, we have our copy of Inconvenient.
Yeah.
We're trying to make a nice set here, get things right. Bjorn is going to be here on Thursday. We're going to do a show with Bjorn, right? Maybe? Yes? Yeah. Fritz Cola. So we've already talked many times about Nazi Cola Fanta. We're not going to talk any more about them because we have Fritz Cola, which is a company that started a while back, and it's like Fancy Pants Cola, and it's become much bigger, and it's pretty good stuff. Less sugar. Sugar.
It's crafted cola. It started as a little startup. It's now selling in the whole of Germany and is spreading to Europe. So yeah.
There you go. So for those of you like me who prefer to get high all the time and stay away from alcohol, there was all sorts of fun stuff to drink in Germany besides beer. I know you'd be like, yeah, Germany beer, dude. Me too. But can't. So you got the Apfel Schola. You've got your Fritz Cola. Hey, that rhymed. I'm going to make a rap about this. Anyway, Turkish food, yummy as fuck.
Yeah.
Most of the food I've had here, yummy as fuck. The Lebanese food was decent. I didn't like the mayonnaise because I'm not a mayonnaise fan, and over here that's not right. I guess they're really into their mayonnaise here.
So you're wearing red and white. If you order in some establishment red and white, you get ketchup for red and white mayonnaise. So yeah.
And John, I'm sorry, but I got to tell you that if you want to have the German citizenship, you got to eat minimum half a kilo of French fries with a very big layer of mayonnaise on it.
And we will sit there and watch over you and force you to eat it.
I already feel bad about not cleaning my plate when I can't finish the massive amounts of food they give me out. And who was it in chat? Somebody posted a comment on the other video that when I talked about the mayonnaise, that in Russia they're even crazier about mayonnaise. They like cook whole meats in mayonnaise. Oh, geez, I can't take it. No.
So Russia is no option for you, man.
No.
You gotta come over here.
Russia's no option for me. No. I know you'd all like to think so. That's it. I don't really. What else are we going to talk about, Markus? You want to talk about any other subject? I think we covered it all.
Do we have everything covered yet?
No, please show them the food that I cooked.
Oh, the video. I didn't read the video. Yeah.
The food that I cooked for you guys.
Yeah.
Where are those? Oh, wait.
You have to go down the slides, please. There we go.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
So, guys,
yes.
As you guys know, I'm a professional cook, or I used to be one. And on Friday for Clark, Katie, John, and Markus, I cooked a little bit. And here you can see something very traditional Turkish. It's like vegetables grilled in a big pot, and I added sliced tomatoes to make a sauce out of it. And that's the end result. Right on the food table where everyone sit around. We don't usually portion it and then put it out. We Turkish people like to bring it where it is cooked in. So you have all the flavors, all the spices in it. So and normally you eat out of a pot. So yeah.
There you go. Yeah. This was amazingly yummy. And Dennis just.
And there you can see, for example, the eggplants. Some of you guys thought this would be a vegetarian dish, but it is not. I filled those eggplants with minced beef and put some garlic in it and so on, spice it also. And as you can see underneath, the base of the whole thing is rice. Then you put all the aubergines, and I grilled some baby peppers and put them all together, and you can see the end result.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Gilly, you're asking me if this dish has a name. No, this is something. In other form, it has a name, but this is my interpretation of the whole thing. So you can just get it. Just remember it as Dennis vegetarian, slightly not vegetarian dish. So yeah.
Dennis special.
Dennis special. Yeah,
it was amazing.
Yeah, okay, genau.
It was. It was great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
He's been cooking like almost every day for breakfast and doing other things. It's just I've been spoiled.
Yeah.
They're trying to really rub it in that democratic socialism rocks because they're all relaxed and have time to just enjoy life a little bit more than we do. Really.
Back to cooking, just quick answer to Gilly. What's typical Turkish, what kind of spices we use.
Yeah.
We use garlic. In almost every dish is garlic in it. Then you use salt, sea salt, whatever salt you have around. Then you use pepper. I prefer black pepper because that's a stronger flavor. And all kind of pepper powders. Yeah, that's what you mostly use. And then you vary it with some herbs in it and also, yeah. So, yeah.
There's also some spices going on in the food that I don't know what they are. And
curcuma and curry and all other stuff also, yeah.
Curry and roast, meanwhile.
Lots of spices.
Yeah, it's yummy stuff. It's different, you know. It's not the same combinations that I would cook with, and so I'm hoping Dennis is going to teach me some.
Yeah, when we come to America one day, hopefully.
Also Turkish bakery, yummy.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow! And we're going to play a video here of the Turkish bakery foods.
And German also on it, but
German? Okay, yeah.
both.
We can tell which one I win.
So I'm half Turkish, I'm German. There you go.
All right. Here is the breakfast or the pastry video. Good morning from Germany, everybody. I am showing you just some amazing breakfast treats. This is actually some cheese-filled bread. It's Turkish. We'll talk about that later with Dennis. These are some cakes. We've got cheesecake. We've got a poppy seed cake. That's the dark one right there. All poppy seeds in there. I've not tried that before. I'm looking forward to that later. And this is an apple cake, apple pie basically. But it's not like, none of this stuff is like American stuff. It's not nearly as sweet. And the sweetener that's used just works with it. But the piece de resistance is this. This is an actual Turkish baklava. Dennis says it is authentic. And all I can tell you, you really can't tell from here, and obviously you can't taste it. So you should really come to Germany and find out. But it is so much better than the American crap we get, and is totally different. And the sweetness in it, well, Dennis says that Turkish sweets are like super sweet, and everybody knows that in Europe. It's still not as sweet as the American stuff. And the American stuff uses something different, but this is real baklava, and oh my God, it is amazing. I have had so many good sweets. This is a box of Turkish cookies. Let me tell you, Turkish cookies rock. You really should try them. There's all sorts of stuff in there. So good. Not chocolate chip cookies. Boring. These are amazing. This is European food, everybody, and I'm getting a wonderful taste of it thanks to the UHM volunteers over here in Europe. Here they are.
Thank you, Dennis.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Be home in a week. Gotta remember to turn the damn microphone on. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Okay, so I really didn't cover that much serious stuff. We talked about the Nazi thing, and we talked about Bernie Sanders, and we talked about covering some stuff when we get home, and the DPO stuff, but I really didn't cover any things. You know why? Because...
John, you have to show them the head.
Oh, yeah, I was going
You have to show them the head. It's just so funny.
Okay, so I was going to go through some stuff, just for fun. So this was a gift from Katie and Claude, and I'm just going to put this right here, and you can see what this does here, right? It's very cute. It's going to help me with rage, help keep me laughing.
And your cats will love it.
Yes, I'm sure the cats will love it, sniff
for
it.
sure.
Yeah. Let's see, what else? This is, I did a short video about Dickmans.
It's Dickman's time.
So these are Dickmans. They look kind of like a giant nipple, maybe, or the ghost from Pac-Man. Right? Okay. The box is hilarious, but these are, you guys both grew up with these, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a must-have for children's birthdays, you know, everything loves this stuff.
And in school, they sort them not as just like you see now. They sort it in between a brötchen, a special kind of bread we have here. And there was several. They sell them after every break. They were sold out.
And do you know how they call those brötchen with this thingy in it here?
I totally forget. Sorry.
It is called Fortuna-Brötchen. Really?
Dickmans is called
I don't know how
Fortuna
it's called in Leverkusen. Maybe Leverkusen.
Maybe here in Düsseldorf.
But this doesn't sound delicious, right? Yeah.
No.
It's a Fortuna-Brötchen.
Yeah.
I'm not even naming it. It's so much fun stuff. Thank you all for keeping up with comments and being with us and being part of this. I promise you when I get back, we'll get right back to work with Revolution. But it's been so nice just to meet the UHM Europe crew. Bjorn will be here on Thursday, and it's just really cool. I mean, when we started this stuff in 2015, I didn't think it was going to connect with so many people around the world. You know, and there have been many that have come and gone throughout the processes, but there are people emailing now to come back in, and we're just beginning that cycle, and so I'm ready to go. A nice European tour to see what life could be like with a little more socialism. And now I'm jealous. I'm severely jealous. I'm ready to get back and get to work on our own country. Anything in comments we want to address?
Yeah, Schulze brought something up. They were asking price-wise, how the standard of living, and so on. And Bram has it totally right. Gas is expensive in Germany, but the food prices are pretty reasonable. At least that was the case when he was last time here 3 years ago. But it's still the same. So nothing changed in that regard because gas is extra taxed. There are more taxes on gas than on food and so on. So therefore it's a little bit more expensive than other things, But what we get for our taxes, John experiences right now here. So I pay happily those taxes and get all the services and so on for it,
I've been fantasy house hunting out here. Something close to the Amsterdam border.
You mean to the nether, that's my favorite.
Well, Amsterdam, see, I can't even pass off as being halfway there, to the Netherlands border, close to Amsterdam, whatever, doesn't matter. So,
Sorry.
I've been, no, you're right, absolutely right. I failed geography, I'm terrible. Antwerp is there. Tom Shane, everybody, Colorado, Tom Shane, Antwerp, never mind. So I've been looking at pricing of things, all right, and because the U.S. dollar, first of all, is not worth as much as the euro at this point. It's weak. That's one thing, right? So like $300,000 is not worth $300,000, right? So if you're looking at a median home price, I'm just going to stick that there. Most of what I've seen, you're looking at something that's a unit with 0 yard or small yard, that's the way things are, and probably attached to some other home or something like that. I'm trying to find something identical to what I have in Oregon now in the countryside of Germany, and there are several things that look similar, nothing that's like identical, but it looks like to me at this point in Germany it's more expensive. However, if I wanted to go to France and deal with the fact that they don't speak English. See, Germany, they speak English. France, they don't speak English. Apparently, I could get quite a deal on something down there.
Belgium could also be an opportunity for you.
So there's many places around here. Why am I looking? And I'll be honest, okay? Not saying that I could even afford, that we could even afford to. I'm just saying, why? Because out here, I have a better chance as I get old of having my end of life being cared for. Seriously. Healthcare and just the expense of having to get old. It freaks my shit in America because I don't have any fallback, right? And I don't trust Social Security, and we don't have a decent healthcare. So that's the reason I would look at it. And because over here, they're farther ahead than we are in the environment. But again, not even near where anybody needs to be.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the point. 10
years or less anyway. But that's where I'm at right now. Was it Schulze you wanted to know? I don't remember.
No, it was Bram.
Bram, you wanted to know? So that's...
Not just only Bram, several people saw it.
Yeah. And then there's being able to even come over here and stay over here and live over here anyway, because residents, I would be an immigrant. I know everybody likes to call Americans who go abroad expats, but really we're just immigrants with some cash who want to go live somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. So
technically you would be re-immigrating, right?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Is that why we can get away with expatriation? We're leaving our colony here and going to our original colonies. I mean,
we should work it out and discuss this next week.
We should.
So,
like
just a funny fact. John asked me if I need a bottle opener, and I laughed into his face because we Germans have a special technique. And I will demonstrate now.
Yeah, please.
Bottle lighter. You put the lighter between your thumb and the bottle. I demonstrate it now. And it's open. Magic.
Now, So I didn't say I wasn't aware of the technique, just not that it was a German custom.
It's a German
Apparently
custom.
it's a custom. It's also a custom with teenagers drinking beer who don't have any bottle openers in a basement. But yeah, that's
Sorry.
No,
I have to bring it up.
No, and we wanted to have a craft beer. The reason we brought the beer on the show, though, go ahead, Marcus.
I'm sorry. Don't you want to show our audience how you can open another can with your teeth?
No. This is hardcore football shit. No, not today. No.
Next show, Dennis.
That's
no. With his teeth. You heard him.
No.
That's more American football style, right? I will say this: it's legal though. For I don't even know. Is there a legal drinking age?
Beer is allowed. It's a low percentage of alcohol. Starting with 16.
16. So at 16, basically, you and a couple of your friends can grab some beers at a store, throw them in your backpack, ride your bicycles to a bridge in public, sit there with your feet dangling over the bridge, talk about life, and drink your beers.
Yeah, it's totally normal. Yeah.
We did.
Right? And you see how it turns every fucker in their country into a raging alcoholic with no social control. Right?
Yeah.
So it's just different over here. Alcohol is handled different over here, and people seem a little bit surprised and taken aback that I don't drink it. And it's I will say that has been interesting. To say I am a raging alcoholic. Trust me, you don't even go there, right? Do you smoke pot? It's like, want to get high? Let's do that together. But Germany, beer, what the fuck? It's just interesting that, and I know every European nation probably has their own little rules, but it was just the relaxed atmosphere about it, and seeing it is nice. No, that doesn't mean that the town is also littered with beer bottles.
No.
The thing is that beer in Germany is socially accepted, and this is the reason why you don't find any other drugs here in Germany. So we gotta find ways, and to get.
And they only have one strain of cannabis.
So much beer here, to enjoy beer, right? John?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only have one strain of cannabis, White Widow. It's what they get out of wherever they grow it. That's it. So I can see why they'd want to drink beer.
You mean the cheese?
Cheese. I'm sorry. That's right. It's illegal to smoke marijuana here. Cheese here. Can we not even say marijuana on that?
Cheese.
Cheese.
I don't want to get a GS9 Special Forces busting out the door. So.
Like network sensors right over here, the Germans.
Thank you.
Sorry. Yeah. I love it here. I want to come back here. So please.
But only with a door in front of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, I don't know any other. We're going to go out here with a Die Totenhosen song, which they played. Is this the one they played at the end of the game or no?
I don't know. They didn't play exactly this song here, but the Totenhosen is our band, our city's band, and the most important, or better say famous band here in Germany. About importance we can discuss. anyway, I like them, and they make good music.
Yeah. And they are originally from Markustown, Düsseldorf. So
we have a slide of it which shows the Ratinger Hof, which was the in place at that time. This shot was taken in '78 for the Düsseldorf punk scene, which was the leading punk scene in Germany at that time. The Totenhosen also emerged from this scene, and this was the good old times, And if you can see the picture in the corner on the right side, this is how the Ratinger Hof today looks like, and it's not comparable anymore. And
those are the guys. Those are the Totenhosen.
Oh, those are the band. Yeah, here you go. Here's the other
guys.
picture.
Right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. All right.
So, guys,
Enjoy.
just for you, full German pause.
Yeah.
A beer in your right hand and a cigarette in your left hand.
Yeah,
So
this is typical German
In it.
Dennis pose.
In
Dennis pose.
in a European backyard. Yeah. So,
perfect. This would be a place I would do this. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still sunny though. It's
we're going on American time now.
15. Yeah. Okay.
See?
Yeah.
The set's for you.
The setup is great in your software, right?
Yeah.
And you're asking about the temperatures we right now have. We have a slightly similar temperatures like in Oregon, John said. Climate also, so... Yeah.
We're, too warm during the day, not like literally too warm, but warmer than it should be for the season, but really nice, high 50s, you know, and then, you know, into the 40s, lower 40s at night, maybe even colder. Fahrenheit, everybody. I can't really do the translation right now.
You learn it.
It's too late.
You learn it.
Yeah. All this talk about moving and living in Europe, and there's a question of, you know, you got to be able to do the metric system, Americans. You got to be able to speak some other language besides English, or else you're just a dick. So yeah, and you got to learn how to use everything over here that they use. That's more environmentally friendly and smaller. And there's a lot of other little details that I'm not talking about that are just little things that you won't think about until you've like been here a while and you're like, wow, that's okay, that's unique, gotta get used to that. Just those kind of things. It's been fun. And enjoyable. And these just learning, immersing myself into the way people live over here, and it really is a way for all of us to kind of connect with each other and realize, as Bernie has said many times, that it is about all of us, and that, you know, with the climate crisis, we're all in it together, right? Yeah. Right. The quote you had on the Diane picture was what we were going to show, and it's something we had talked about. I didn't show that, Marcus. Now where's the Diane slide? Because I just want to do that before you do the totem.
I think you put it in your section.
Here we go. Here, this is. Marcus came up with this. I have 7 grandchildren, and they all sleep in coffins next to mine.
Yeah.
Right. Because the reason I wanted to bring that up is because we all know that it doesn't. The bunkers aren't going to save them, right? Diane and her grandkids have as much a chance of survival as the rest of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what we have to impress on all of these people that just really think for some reason they're the meth and in altered carbon and are immortal, because they really do. The 1% really believe they are immortal and are above and beyond the climate crisis. And, anyway, that's all serious shit. I'm gonna go on and enjoy the rest of my holiday. I have a whole nother week here, right? Yeah. And we're gonna do another show with Bjorn when he gets here, and we'll take more pictures, post more videos. I'm going to try to get caught up with the political stuff going on, because I really haven't paid that much attention. Sorry. And we're out of here with the song. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Dennis.
Prost.
Have a good one.
Prost.
Bye, America. See you soon.
Bye, everybody.
The sun comes up on a brand new day, a curtain call for the beautiful game that we're gonna play. Here in the land of the rising sun, there'll be the best of the rest, but there's only one number one. We will be heroes, and we're gonna win. same for me and you.
Hey Larry, see you in chat. Please let me know when we're gonna have a discussion about the whole thing, because I'm starting to freak out. Looking slack, thanks.